Okay. When a psychopath enters a workplace, an organisation, a political party, you'll often find that they're not among the founding members. They will see an up-and-coming organisation or group, and then they will evaluate and recognise the potential it has to serve them, and how they can gain from being a part of it. Anything from dipping in financial access to members of the opposite sex, or in many cases an ego thing, and also career building. So the psychopath will see something that's probably on the way up, and will then join it, and then will, through incredible flattery, manipulation, and just probably being driven by their high levels of testosterone, their fearlessness, will soon rise to the top or become a leading figure in that organization or entity. And then they'll begin to take it over, and then they'll start to craft the entire organization as a cult of personality around them, and it becomes an extension of them, which feeds them, and ultimately focuses all minds who are in the organization and watching the organization, influenced by it, etc. The psychopath will use the organization as almost a conduit or a focal point towards him. So his ego is pushed to the fore, or her ego. When this happens in the organization, the psychopath, just like in a relationship, once it has attained what it wants, will play the game for a while, but will always be looking for a potential upgrade, a better opportunity, a way to move up to the next level, to get beyond the current operation or organization or entity or group or revolutionary movement they're in. But before that, they will do things like they will threaten to leave. That'll be a common one. They will threaten to leave and say, I can't deal with the stress anymore. And what they're doing is they're testing the loyalty of the followers to stand by them and support them. They are testing the addiction that they have created within the organization. They'll say things like, I'm having a moral crisis, or something like that. I don't think I can do this anymore. And the psychopath will then wait for everyone to say, come back, don't leave us, the organization is lost without you. Then the psychopath will come back. The next way the psychopath will test the boundaries of the followers will also then be to do something like align themselves with a no-no, or kill a sacred cow which is around the ethos of the organization. Suppose the organization is against whale hunting. The psychopath might suggest that maybe we should support limited whale hunting in certain areas in order to deal with an overpopulation of whales. And there'll be some revulsion, and those people will leave, but it's not too much. He's not asking for a return to whale hunting, but he's testing the boundaries. And once that's done, he knows that in the organization, the followers who are left are the hardcores who will follow him to the end. Now, at this point, the psychopath will then be looking to get out to something much bigger. He'll be looking to move into politics. He'll be looking to move into media. He'll be looking into making a personality for himself or herself, making some money from this. And then he will begin, or she will begin, secretly negotiating behind the scenes with possibly, if it's something from an alternative background, he or she will be organizing and meeting in a clandestine way with a mainstream organization. And then suddenly, out of the blue, this individual will renounce all their connection to this organization, will then insult and degrade, belittle and mock the followers that he once stood by. It'll come out of the blue, out of nowhere. He'll be talking about, we must save the whales on a Friday, and a Monday morning he'll be saying, I've just gone to work for the whaling industry, and I think I could do better work working for I think I can really help the cause working for the whaling industry, because I can actually stop it from the inside. And it was just a way of him fishing for a job and fishing for more money. And the organization and its followers were just a conduit from obscurity to fame, and they were used and manipulated in order to get that. And he will then trash the organization, or she will trash the organization she just left. And the followers will be shattered. They'll be psychologically shattered. They'll assume that something has happened to this person, that a gun has been held to their head. But they don't understand that they're dealing with the pathology of a psychopath, that the persona of the sensitive anti-whale hunting activist that they loved and adored for a couple of years was just a character on a stage he'd invented. So they do it in an organization the exact same way they'll do it in a relationship.